Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where in the world you're joining us from. I want to warmly welcome you to our entrepreneurship series. And this is proudly brought to you by the US Embassy Ghana in partnership with Mobile Web Ghana, which is American Corner at Mobile. And I want to thank you all for joining today's session. We know that whether you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or a student, freelancer, or someone planning to start a business, we are really glad that you are here because we know that this session will really profit you. And so we know that today's businesses are no longer limited by their physical location. Everybody is online now, and your customers are online. And so we are here today to learn about practical strategies to learn so that we can immediately apply all these strategies to help us strengthen our businesses online. And introducing our facilitator, he's in the person of Benjamin Adadevoh. He is a helping organizations grow their digital presence. And throughout his career, he has worked with notable organizations, including Water Aid Ghana, DKT International, Mobile Web Ghana, Blogging Ghana, Nubuke Foundation, Handy Trading Ghana, and Robert and Sons Optical Services, where he has also served as a digital marketing manager. I mean, we are going to have a really great time today. So please do well to drop all the chat. So where you are now, and, um,
Okay. Thanks, Estelle. Good morning, everyone. My name is Benjamin Adadevoh, as Estelle mentioned. Today, we are going to look at making your business in how to create a strong online presence for your business. Before we begin, just a simple question I would like to ask. How many of you searched for a business online when you were trying to buy something from them? Okay. How many of you? You can probably show by hands. Or you can drop in the comment section too as well. So now imagine someone searches for your business online and finds an outdated Facebook page or doesn't find anything at all. That is why today's topic is very important, and we are on how to get your business out there and creating a strong online presence for your business. So a little bit about myself. As I already mentioned, I'm very passionate about technology and digital media because I have over 5 years experience in social media marketing. I studied at Prince Coast University, and then I'm from Kita, where um, I I'm from Kita, but I grew up in Tema. So today's agenda, we are going to discuss about what is an online presence, why every business needs one, understanding your audience, branding your business, social media marketing, content creation, Google business profile, paid advertising, tools or AI tools that you can use for your business, how to measure your success, and then we look at or we'll take questions and answers. So one would ask, what is an online presence? So most people or businesses think that an online presence is when you are having a Facebook page or when you are having a WhatsApp business account. That alone is an online presence. But online presence is how your business appears on the internet. So it doesn't just take one portion of it, like a Facebook page or WhatsApp or Instagram. But this includes websites, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, WhatsApp Business, Google Search, Google Maps, email marketing, and online reviews. So it is what people see when they go online and then they search about your business. All this constitutes or comes up to create what we call an online presence. And every business needs to be online because at the end, people would want to deal with business that they trust. They want us to have a credible business that they can buy from. And as such, you need to have an online presence. And that is what we are going to look and discuss further on why you need to be on all these platforms. Take each of them one by one and then look at the pros and then the cons. So benefits of having an online presence, right? As I mentioned, people go online and they search for something that they want, whether it is food, restaurants, um, they go and then they type in certain keywords that at the end would let your business pops up. So the visibility builds trust and credibility. Okay. It makes your business easier to find. Imagine you are selling perfumes and people go type best perfumes in Tema, in Accra, and then your business pops up. So it makes your business easier to find. It also generates leads. So people would want to take contacts or emails of people who are interested in their business. So when we talk about leads, once you show that you are interested and then you leave your contact information, then that means that you genuinely want the person or the business to contact you to find out what products or services that you are interested in. And that is what we term as the lead generation. Also, it gives you a competitive advantage because when you go online and then you do a random search, you realize that businesses that are online are ahead of those that are not online. Okay, so you have a competitive advantage of those that don't have an online presence. Then it also increases your brand awareness. So every business or has a brand or as a brand, you tend to increase your brand awareness by just being online or having an online presence. Because at the end, people can be able to relate with you, message you, they feel close to you. So it increases that brand awareness. Now you connect with your customer 24/7 because the internet never sleeps, right? Unless maybe you have an opening time and a closing time. But even with that, there are some businesses that after they close and then you message them, they still respond within that hour that you are messaging them. Yes, so we also have people cannot buy when they cannot see your business. So these are some of the benefits of having an online presence. Now, one thing that most people tend to overlook is the aspect of understanding your audience. Okay, every business is unique and every business has a unique group of audience. You don't necessarily need to be on all the platforms. There are some specific platforms that would go with the kind of products and services that you are offering. For example, if you are offering baby foods, right, then you know that you are supposed to market to mothers, So when you are creating your content, you are creating it in a way that it appeals to mothers because you want them to come and buy your baby products. If you are a law firm, you should know you shouldn't be targeting to teenagers. You should know the kind of people that you should target to. If you are dealing with heavy equipment, if you are dealing with real estate, you should know the kind of audience that understands what you are doing and understands your business. So when we come to understanding your business, it's very crucial to any entrepreneur or any kind of business because you need to look at the age. Age meaning that even if you are selling, there are some products that you need to sell to a certain group of people from this age limit to this age limit. So you can't just be advertising or showing that product to specific people who don't fall within that kind of age group. And gender too, as I mentioned, if you are selling baby products, you need to know the kind of gender that you are targeting to. If you are selling fitness attires, if you are selling sportswears, if you are selling, you need to know the kind of people that you need to show your content to or your ads to. You also need to look at the location where your business is. If it's a restaurant, you need to look at that location and try to get people in that location to come to your restaurant or come to the shop because people who are within the location are people who are going to, be searching for the kind of businesses that you are doing, or people who are within a specific location tend to benefit more from your business or your services. So you also need to look at location. You can't be selling Ghana things or Ghana products in Nigeria, for example, or you can't be selling things that you are making um, for a specific location, but you are targeting a wrong location. You need to look at the location. Also need to look at the income. Okay, so income helps because, for example, as let me use like a loan company, you need to be able to target people who are salaried workers because at the end, if they should take the loan, they need to pay back. So you need to look at people who are more like working and are able to are able to afford certain kind of products. And because once you're able to target or get your products or services to those people, you are guaranteed that because they are achieving a certain amount of income on a monthly basis, they will be able to afford it. Okay. And even with the income, there are some that you need to even look at the ranges of the income that your customers might be getting so that you'll be able to know that, oh, I'm selling real estate, I'm selling these devices, I'm selling this equipment. People within this level of income would they be able to, afford the kind of products and services that I'm doing? Interests. What are their interests? There's this whole thing of behavior and interests that we use when, for example, you are targeting or when we are targeting ads to people on Facebook and Instagram or yeah. So what are people interested in? Some people are interested in, certain kind of products. For example, guys are always watching football on YouTube. They're always watching the players, finding out update on them, trying to get their stories, the behind the scenes and all that. So those are some of the interests. Once people have that kind of interest, then you know that that's the kind of people or the kind of places that you should be, targeting them with. So if, for example, you are into sportswears, if you're into sportswear, that means that your product should go to these platforms that people are watching the matches on. Your products should go to a certain kind of group of people who are always searching for stories or any kind of news related item that they can find on on the football matches or on any sports activities that are happening. We also have the challenges. So, what are their challenges? Well, we need to find out what your audience challenges are. Are they only on a certain devices? Are they using a certain kind of um, softwares? Are they more on this platform or on the other platform? So you need to find out their challenges, and then you need to find their buying behavior, which I mentioned. So behavior, interests, demographics, all these things are very important when you are knowing your audience, because behaviors, when people go online, they tend to go to some sites. Well, for that, I think the ladies are the ones who mostly do that. They tend to go on sites, check out some products, leave it in the cart or just click on the product, go to this, all these online shopping platforms, check out their products and see whether the prices are okay. And then either they leave it in the cart or probably they come back to it later. So all those things are some of the behaviors that we need to look at. And those things can be done when you are targeting your audience. So you can use that in your paid advertising, or you can also generally find out about your audience using, an online form, or just randomly creating a poll on your platforms to ask, or doing some amount of research by calling some of the customers in and then engaging in them to find out some of the things that we've mentioned here. Now, you need to build a strong brand. So building a strong brand doesn't just mean you need to have a logo. So having a logo is good, but that doesn't mean you have built a strong brand. A strong brand moves moves beyond that. So you are looking at a clear mission. Okay, what is your mission as an entrepreneur? What is your mission as a business? Do you want to create content that would inspire people to take an action? Maybe you are a software engineer, but you are trying to make codes that create impact. You are selling a specific product, but your product is such that you are trying to get the money or the revenue to put it into, or to use it for another goal, to create a sort of an impact. So you need to have a mission. Every business have a mission. Facebook's mission is connecting people, and you can realize that they do it very well. Sometimes you could see someone that you haven't, or you probably haven't met in a long while. Then you go on Facebook and then you see their profile, and be like, wow, like how did we end up connecting? So you need to have a mission, a clear mission. Um, if you don't have one now, I think as time goes on, you'll be able to get the mission of what you want the business to go in a certain direction. Okay, so you need to have that in place, and then you also need to have a unique value proposition. Sometimes as entrepreneurs, you realize that a lot of people are doing what you are doing. A lot of people are selling this, they are selling that, but you need to know what is the unique thing that you are doing different from this person. Okay, you can be selling the same thing, but there's something unique that you are offering that this person is not offering. It could be a certain kind of ingredient that you are adding, and it's making the whole thing very nice. A lot of people are selling watches, but there are some watches that are so popular that you mention it, you be like, yeah, I know this person, I know this person. Yeah. So you need to know what is very unique, about what you are doing, and have consistent colors. Okay, so you need to have consistent colors. So the graphic designers will tell you like the kind of colors that will be appealing, especially for your logo. Not every color is would be perfect. So you need to have a certain kind of colors which have meaning. Why you're using this color. You need to have that aspect of it, and then also you need to have a professional logo. So as small as your business can be, you need to still be able to come out with something that will tell people that, oh, when they see this, yes, this is the kind of business that you are doing. So the professional logo would help, to build that kind of brand. It's not going to be, you're not going to end up getting everything on the first time, but it's a gradual process. As time goes on, you'll be able to get all this in place. And then once you get this in place, then you are starting to build that brand that you want, clear messaging. You need to be very clear in your message. Um, and also provide memorable customer experience. That one would even help people to recommend your business faster. I think last year there was this African slippers that I bought or some guy who is in Accra, and the guy doesn't even have a shop. I realized that he does it at home, and once you place the order, either he delivers it, he gives it to a motorbike rider, and then he brings it to your office, or you go to his place, you go to his house, and then you pick it up. And he's having a very good brand, and the brand is so good that you would buy. People are buying from him, and he has been able to create that niche for himself, and he's making a lot of money. Sometimes he needs to get the leather, exports it, and all that. So it's all about believing in what you are doing, creating a mission, and then building the brand. Once you build the brand and have an online presence, people are noticing you. You are building trust and credibility. Once they order or once they place the request, you get it to them on time. There's a lot of delivery riders that you can also partner with, and then you're in business. You start making money. Also, another thing that most entrepreneurs look at and they say it's very expensive is to build or to have a website. For myself, I have my own personal website, so that should tell you the importance of having a website, because it has even moved from just businesses now to individuals. So building a professional website now has been very simple. You can do that within a few minutes. You'll be able to get your website done. There are some AI tools and platforms that can help you to be able to build your websites within the shortest possible time. So websites are no more expensive. We have Wix. Wix is a very good place that you can build professional websites with. So as a business, you should just be able to answer some questions that when people go to your websites, they know what you are doing, okay, where you are, or if you don't have where you are, how they can contact you, okay. Your products and services, very, very essential. It should be there. So with even these three things, you can be able to set up your website. You have your homepage about us, what you are doing, what your business is about, your products and services, what product and services you are offering. If it is something that, let's say you're a freelancer and you are offering, you are doing some graphics work or you are doing some flyers and stuff like that, you can put it there. These are my services. These are the things that I'm doing. Check out my portfolio if you want to reach out. We can talk. We can look at the like what you want, and you can have all this on your website, contact page, and then testimonials, which is very also crucial because people want to deal with people who they have heard good testimonials from about their business. So Yes, so you could have that, and then you should also have a call to action. What do you want people to do when they come to your website? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to fill a form? Do you want them to leave their contact details or numbers there? So most of the hotel, um, or yes, most of the hotels or resorts that we have in Ghana should have more on the aspect of people leaving their details there when they are interested in their services or some of their packages so that they can follow up and call them, so you need to have a call to action on your website. So if it's such that at the end the person goes through the pages and then you want them to reach out to you and let them call you directly or send you a mail or send you a WhatsApp. Um, so yeah, some of the tips when you are creating a website, it should be mobile friendly. It should have that aspect of loading fast because you can't now we are in a fast moving era. A lot of people don't have time for them to wait until your website takes so much time to load. They'll just move on. So you need to have a fast loading website. It should be secured. It has that kind of security there where people or hackers cannot be able to get into your website, and then it should be easy to navigate as well. Now, looking at Google Business Profile, which is also something that any business can actually do. It's very free. You can have a Google Business Profile by just going on to or having the aspect of going on to Google, searching for Google Business. You'd be able to sign up and answer a few questions on your business. But at the end, what it does is that when people search for your business, so if people are in a certain location and then they search for restaurants or best eye care service or you know best restaurants in Accra, it helps and you appear on the Google search where people can be able to see your contact information and be able to call you directly. It will appear on Google Maps. It will display the business hours. It will collect customer reviews, and then it can show directions and also build credibility. So you can create a link from the Google Business Profile where customers can leave their reviews over there. Um, yeah, so once people leave their reviews, people search for your business and then they see the good reviews that customers have left for you for your business, and then it helps because they can be able to make quick decisions because they've seen good reviews about your business, and they're not seeing bad reviews. Now, social media strategy. Well, so you don't need a in-depth social media strategy as a business, or if you are starting up, or you can just be able to create, something that would just inform what you are doing on social media. Because without a strategy, you might end up putting or using other platforms which might not even be which would not resonate with the kind of audience that you want. So you need to look at the kind of platforms. One, you need to look at the what the platforms are about and why you are using those platforms. So if you are a business, you need to find out which of the platforms would work for your business. So Facebook, which is very popular, I think it's still one of the biggest platforms in Ghana. Most people are on Facebook, or let me say Meta in general, because when you look at the age demographics, people who are young and old are all on Facebook, right? So Facebook helps with community building. There's a Facebook community platform that you can build for your business and then get people there, and then you can share updates, share things about your content. So you need to, you can actually create a whole community on Facebook for your business or your services that you are rendering. Okay. Um, it actually helps because you can have that discussions, and people can create a poll and then decide on what is working, which products that they want to see, why they think this is not good, and stuff like that. So Facebook is the right place for you to build community building because it connects people, and people, your friends and your family members, like most people on Facebook. Now with Instagram has to do with more on the visual storytelling, which you already know because Instagram deals with images and videos, reels, images. So if you are selling products, that's the best place to put it. So you put your products on Instagram and you have a short video that tells people. So you have the image and then you have the image that can be used as a video. Now with AI, you can be able to transform your image to video. So for example, you are selling perfumes, you take a picture of the perfume and you can use that picture and put it in, let's say, Google Gemini has this nano banana tool that can be able to transform the images into videos, and we have other platforms that so you can actually be able to do that aspect and then put it on Instagram. LinkedIn has to do with more on professional networking. So if you're looking for people who are in the companies or the professionals, you can go on LinkedIn and then try to build content that would appeal to the kind of people who you want to reach on LinkedIn. TikTok is very also good, like Instagram, has to do with short videos, very entertaining videos. So we look at the content marketing aspect too as well. But TikTok has to do with short videos, entertaining videos, create videos. People can go there within the shortest possible time, like 15 seconds video, 10 seconds, and then you're gone. WhatsApp business has evolved a lot. Now you can use WhatsApp business to do product catalog, quick replies. You can have automated message there that can reply customers, customer support. So yeah, WhatsApp is also good when it's more like a messaging platform where people can come and look at the business catalogs and then leave a message, respond to them, and then you are getting in touch with people who want to connect with you in real time. So as I mentioned, with content marketing, so so most people look at content and then it's a whole lot, right? So breaking it down, look at this three aspects of it of content marketing. So your content should be one, educational, it should inspire, and it should be entertaining. Okay. Now, when you look at the trend of what is happening, you realize that most even serious businesses like banks are creating very entertaining content, but at the end, they are still trying to put the message out there because people go on social media and they want to relax or they want to find out something that would make them happy, make them smile. So content has evolved where we have like the 80% and then the 20% rule. So it's not all the time that you should be pushing your products and pushing your products. When you do that, people, it's like they'll become bored. Like you need to find the balance between education and then inspiring and then entertaining. Okay. We are not saying that you should, put a camera and then start dancing, but there are other ways where you could create entertaining content, on social media. So some of the things that you could create are tips, right? So like you are offering a certain kind of products, you are offering a certain kind of service, you can create tips on how to use this, how to clean your lens, how to um, clean your mobile phone, how to take good pictures at night, how to take videos and edit them, how to take like shots, and then it comes out very good. You can give tutorials on YouTube, just buying like a simple selfie stick, you can just put yourself by creating some tutorials. You shouldn't think about getting any heavy equipment, just a simple smartphone. You can be able to create some tutorials, get some customer testimonials if you are um, selling any products, can just get a few people to just record videos, share some testimonials about it. You can use that and then put it out there. You can do the before and after. So before the um, before you let's say you decorated the place, if you're an event organizer, before you did the decoration, this is how the place was like. So before, after, you could do that maybe before the makeup, after the makeup, before the person wore your attire, after that, before the haircut, after the haircut. You can do before and after. You can also do behind the scenes, behind what's happening. If you are a chef, behind the scenes before the food comes up, before they are seeing the lovely meal that people are talking about, what went behind the scenes. So then you can also look at the FAQs that are frequent answers and questions that people ask about your business. People sometimes ask these questions a lot. So these are some of the things that you could look at, and then success stories um, are also good. Yeah, all this and many more, can be used for the content marketing. So when you have all this, then you now create the content calendar where you have today you are posting a video, Wednesday you are sharing a testimonial, next week you are doing that and doing that. So once you do that, you can be able to use that in your content calendar. Facebook is able to schedule the content for you across like the platforms. Like, yeah, so you can be able to schedule it and then it posts. Okay, so Facebook has the ability to do that. So you can also schedule the content on some of the platforms so that it doesn't become a burden. After you create the content, you need to always get that post. You can just schedule them and then it posts on its own. Now, video marketing. Everything we are seeing now is videos, right? Like everything is videos, and videos have also evolved into short, catching, and entertaining videos. Okay, so as I mentioned, you could have an image, but videos helps because videos engage people more. People are just scrolling through TikTok and then watching videos and then they stop, right? And then they look at this video. Why are they stopping? Because they realize that this video is very, it has caught their attention. And that's the attention grabbing that you need to look at when you are probably creating a video. So most people are there and then they are scrolling. So they are scrolling on TikTok, they're scrolling on Instagram, they are scrolling because they're watching videos. After this video is coming up. So that should tell you that video marketing is very crucial. People are creating, and the whole aspect is your videos doesn't have to be long. And that's the thing. So 10, 15 seconds, you are gone. 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, but you're done. You see. So if it's a product, you just have someone wear the shades, you just have someone wear your Lacoste, your shoe, take your phone, just 10, 15 seconds, but you put a number at the end, you know, like you are actually trying to, engage more, you put something at the beginning, like a hook. So when you say a hook, something that will grab people's attention, right? So you realize that some videos that are coming up have either some GIF or, has like some comedy video or something, that will grab people's attention. There's the match that we finished watching between um, Argentina, you see what England, what Spain did, sorry, Argentina and England, right? What Messi did or what the other player did. Sorry for those who don't like understand football, but all I'm trying to say is that after the reaction, you see the GIF that comes up that is all over the place with Messi nodding his head, right? And that is just like a GIF. So everything that we are seeing now can actually be translated into videos, and AI is here to also help us, right? So you are creating videos with AIs. You can put an image and then it gives you a video form, and the videos, some of the videos are very real that if you see them, you might think that it was actually shot with professional camera. So so with the video marketing, you're looking at live videos, try to go live. There are a lot of features that we are not utilizing on all the platforms that we are using. There's the aspect of live videos. Any person can go live, yeah, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. You can go live. You can go to a place. You can be at the stadium and then but you are live. People want to watch the match in real time, but you are there. So what? You are showing them the players. You are showing them the spectators. You're showing them people who are standing there and stuff like that. You are at the concert and you are streaming live on your platform. People are there and they are experiencing it because they are connected to you. So we need to use all this, especially if you're a business. Behind the scenes, reels, create short educational videos, which relates to what you are doing as a business or an entrepreneur. So yes, video marketing is very essential. Once you create a video and then you post them organically, it can actually go far. You're not creating it for it to trend, but by the time you realize your video is trending all over the place. An example, you see the bus lady who was in London who usually takes a camera and then the bus is coming behind her and then she's just holding the phone and she's just pointing it and the bus will coming past. She was doing that for some time. By the time she realized, but the video is all over the place. It's gone viral. Yao Dabo was, doing a video and saying John Telly now. Everybody's saying John Telly. So yeah, so videos are great way to showcase your business and what you're doing. So paid advertising also is another aspect of being able to show what you are doing. So with paid advertising, you have the organic content. So organic is where people are seeing your content on social media naturally. So you're posting you're posting it without boosting. So boosting is when you put you are paying the Facebook and then the other pages to show your content to a lot of people. Okay. Now, why we are saying the paid advertising helps you is because it helps your content reach more people. Okay, so it helps your content get the visibility faster. So, for example, Facebook has the aspect of Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads is such that when you post and then you boost it, let's say with $5 or $10. Now, if you want 2,000 or 3,000 people to see that content, it will go to that 3,000 people or even more. Why? Because at the end, you are telling Facebook that I'm paying you $5 to show this content to a lot more people. Okay, so that is why paid ads help. So with the paid ads, you don't need a lot, or you don't need a huge budget. Okay, with just a small amount of budget, you can actually use that to promote your content on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, Google Ads, yes. Google Ads is a bit expensive, but you can also have a budget for it where you could now show your ads to people on YouTube. Search. So the search is when people are typing certain keywords and then they see your business. Okay, so these are some of the platforms that you could actually use, to push your content, make it more visible. There are so many things that can be done with the Facebook and Instagram and Google Ads. If you are a huge business, you could create a campaign, and all of it is about knowing the kind of campaigns that you are creating, the campaigns that you want. So, for example, you are thinking of a 10% discount or a 20% discount campaign. You can start creating that, and then push it on the Facebook ads for a month. Create that, add some videos to it, push it on Instagram, push it on YouTube ads. So paid advertising helps to reach your customers faster. So before you do the paid advertising, you need to set clear objectives. Okay, why do you want to promote this? Then you target the right audience. As I mentioned, understanding your audience is very important, because at the end, you don't want people who are not going to be interested in your markets or your product to see it. If you are selling specific products, like you want this particular group of people who are interested in it, who are always going on Facebook and they are searching for some sports wares or some sport items, football. These are the people that you want them to see it. So you need to target the right audience. And then it tests different creatives, which one is working, which one is not working. There are some creatives that people will see, they'll be like, nah, this one there, Charlie, it's not nice. So you need to test the different creatives. Some of them are very appealing. So you see it, and then at the end, you want to find out what the business is about, because one, you have been able to grab attention, and the person is now trying to see more about what you are doing. Then also you need to monitor results. Now, when we look at the search engine optimization, which I have mentioned previously, so basically it is when people go on Google and then they are searching for your business. So they are actually using certain keywords for your business. So they go on Google and then they type best restaurant in Accra, best eye care clinic, best perfume shop, best cake seller. The last time I was searching for something and I used ChatGPT, and then the people that I searched on, they came up. That ChatGPT told me that this companies in Accra are the people that I should go to. And I went to the first one and I told them that I was looking for a product, or I was looking for a service, and I went to ChatGPT and I was like, oh wow, so yeah, so people tend to search for things. So you just need to make sure that you are using keywords. So by using keywords, you can be able to go to Google and then, or even use, ChatGPT, and then search keywords that people are typing about your products, about perfumes, about cakes. What are the keywords that they are using? Best keywords, best um cake sellers, delicious cake sellers, chocolate, like all sort of keywords, right? So once they go in and then they type that, and then you pop up either first, second, they click on it, you look at your website, you are capturing their attention there. It's very easy to navigate. You have your contact details there. They call you, they see that you are close to them, they come to your place, they are happy. you know, you need to also look at publishing useful content. Even if you are a cake seller, you need to look at how you can be able to publish useful content about what you are doing. Some ingredients in your cake are probably very necessary. There are some health benefits that you are providing in what you are doing. So you need to publish, content. Now, did you know that my chocolate cake has this helps to boost your heart, gets you to, be healthy, even though you are eating cake, but at the same time, you are still becoming healthy. People will be very interested in like reading such and then knowing more about it and then finding more about what you are doing. So also you need to look at optimizing your images. You could add captions to your images so that it have meaning. Improving the website speed. I've mentioned that in the aspect of building professional websites, and then writing writing good page titles. Okay, so that is also um, very good because when you write very good page titles and people are typing certain keywords, it helps your page or it helps your website to rank up or to rank higher. Okay, so now when we look at email and WhatsApp marketing, we are saying that customers that you already have or the existing customers you have in your system, you can be able to reach out to them via email and WhatsApp marketing. Okay, so most people tend to forget about once they get the customers from the top, you do all the work, attract them with the social media videos, and then they are now a customer. Now you need to now look at retention, like retaining those customers. Okay. And sometimes we forget about them, but we need to look at retaining them, sending them email, like emails, you could create a newsletter, using some platforms. You can create a newsletter where you could put that, oh, these are some of the products that are coming, these are some of the things that you are doing. You want to donate something here, you want to do this, and these are some projects that you are doing, some promotions are coming up, you're putting it there, you are sending it to them, through their emails and product updates, like if you have a new product updates that are coming up. This is a very good way of reaching out to them, using the emails and WhatsApp. People are creating like a WhatsApp channel. People are creating, I think, mostly WhatsApp channels and WhatsApp groups. But I prefer the WhatsApp channel because, WhatsApp groups sometimes they can be quite a lot, and then sometimes it gets missing. So people are using all this, and then they are sending these newsletters and the product updates to their customers to make sure that they are always keeping in touch with them. Sometimes you can even send them a birthday cake, remember their birthdays. You can send them a happy birthday message, a flyer, poster about they celebrating their birthdays, and then they will be happy. Yeah, that shows that you are thinking about them. Okay, so with the WhatsApp business, you could have your product catalog on your WhatsApp business. You could have a broadcast list where you can send information and it goes to everyone on your broadcast list. The quick replies too are there where you could have an AI bot or a WhatsApp bot that would respond to respond to replies that are coming in, especially if you are overwhelmed with a lot of replies that are coming in. You could have an AI system that can just leave it. Once they ask this question, can I know more about your business? Then you realize that there was going to be an automated response that will come. Then it will come, and then they'll ask another question. So they'll be chatting with the AI system that you have put in place to respond to their questions. At the end, maybe you can leave a link there that will solve their problem. They can go there to shop or stuff, or a number that they can call. So after all this, we are saying you should measure your success, Most businesses tend to forget about measuring the success, but you need to look at measuring it, even no matter how small it is, because at the end, you are doing a lot of activities, doing a lot of efforts, but you are not measuring it. So you are guessing, right? You are guessing, oh, this is what is working because I think that people like Facebook. I think that people like mine. So you're just thinking, right? But when you are looking at the numbers, so this month, how many people visited my website? How many people did I reach on social media? How many people did I reach on Instagram and TikTok? TikTok had a lot of numbers. Oh, okay. Instagram didn't have a lot of numbers. Facebook reach was low, So you are looking at all these platforms and then you are measuring success, like you're measuring what is happening. Engagements, people are engaging with your content because you ask a question or you drop something and people are engaging in your content a lot. Okay, so you people are also so like you are actually finding out that okay, so people like this content because it make them happy, so they're engaging it a lot. You created leads, so you're getting contacts and emails. Sales, yes, sales. How do I get people to buy? Okay, so you are measuring sales. People are going or finding your online presence and then they see that you are credible and then they want to buy something from you. So these are some of the things that you need to measure. What is the conversion rate, customer acquisition costs, each customer and their acquisition costs. What is the return on investment? Okay. So you just need to look at all this or not. You don't have to look at all this, right? But you just need to find out the right ones that are working for you and then capitalize on that. That is how you make success. Capitalize on it. If it's social media engagement, capitalize on it, create more engagement posts. Okay, so then these are some of the AI tools that you could use as an entrepreneur. So as I mentioned, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So you need to look at some of these popular tools that we have. ChatGPT, which you can use for content writing, Canva AI, graphic designing. Yeah, if you are sometimes, looking for a graphic designer you're not getting, you can use Canva AI. CapCut. Now everyone is using CapCut on their phones. Yeah, you take a video and then by the time you realize the video is ready on CapCut. So CapCut is a very good way to edit videos. Very simple. Once you download the app, you can use it on your phone, take videos, and then you are gone. And then we have Google Gemini, which you can use for research. Grammarly helps with writing assistance. So these are some AI tools that we have. There are more, but these are a few ones that you could use, for your business. Now, common mistakes to avoid. At, looking at this common mistakes to avoid, you need to not you need to be consistent with your posting. Make sure you have quality visuals. Make sure you're not ignoring customer messages. People are messaging you on your business, and then you don't respond on time. There's no call to action. Um, don't try to be on every platform, and then also measure performance. So all what I'm saying today, this morning, is to be visible, be consistent, build trust, create valuable content, measure your results, and then keep learning and improving. Any questions?
All right. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for the session. Our time is fast spent. It's already 11:50, but I wanted to know from our audience if you have any questions throughout the session. Benjamin had to do like a crash course because it's a lot to cover
Yeah.
for each section, So like in terms of the demo aspect of it or demonstrating it, we can take another session and then we can do that practically for you to see how to do that. But for the time being, what we have and what you have received, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you didn't catch that you want him to clarify? You can just drop that in the chat box so that I think I'll just take 2 questions and
Yeah,
then
most of
we
our
can
time.
just, yeah, for time, yes. Anybody want to go ahead and type your question? Okay. So I wanted to find out from you, Benjamin. You know that you mentioned about, I mean, even your last submission, you mentioned that it's not every platform that you have to post. And so can you advise us on which platform is suitable for, I mean, different businesses in that sense?
Yeah, so if you are, for example, you are dealing with products, um, like your business is about products, you need to look at Instagram. Instagram is more on the visuals, it has to do with like visuals and videos. So Instagram would be the right platform for you. If you are doing more on the services aspect, where it's like a specific service that you're renewing consulting, you can look at LinkedIn, Twitter. So you need to look at, which platform is best suitable for your business, because at the end, yeah, at the end, you can't be posting just like, for example, flyers on Instagram. It's not going to be appealing. Instagram has to do with very catchy images, quality, good images, right? So yeah, so you need to just find out whether it's a product or service that you are rendering, and then which platform would work for that.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Benjamin, once again for always coming on board to just give us a lot of key nuggets that we need in our various space in terms of the digital world. And then also want to thank all the participants who joined in today. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your questions that I didn't receive. And
I'm sure they will
yes,
drop it in a YouTube this thing.
yes. So this is also live on Mobile Web Ghana YouTube channel. Let me just type it in the chat box. So Mobile Web Ghana YouTube channel. So you can actually uh, rewatch it again and then follow through and then practice. And if you have any questions the next time, you can drop that on our YouTube so that we can just address that or create another session out of your question that you ask. You can go on our YouTube channel and also drop any question that you have. Oh, okay. I see a question from
Yeah, this is my question.
Emmanuel. Okay.
Just how do
So
you
that,
how do you
yeah.
determine the right content to create for your target audience? Also, what strategies can you use to turn potential customers into loyal long-term? Okay. So how do you determine the right content to create for your target audience, right? So you need to do tests. So everything has to be like an A/B testing. All right. Now you have the platforms, but you want to determine which is the right content to create. So you create you create and then you do what we call A/B testing. Okay. So one aspect of your content and then another aspect of your content. Maybe something will change. Either it is the hook. If it's a video, the hook is different from this video's hook. If it's a creative, maybe the copy is different from this one's copy. This one you're using tree, this one you're using English. At the end, you try to post them and then see which one is working and which one is not working. So you have to do a lot of testing to be able to determine which one works. Also, the days and frequencies that you are posting, all of it, you need to, you need to do that test and then see which days are working, the timing and all that. So also the strategies that you can use to turn the potential customers into loyal customers is, as we mentioned, you need to be deliberate about it, creating credible, be authentic, clear communication, responding to customers on time, reviews, get some reviews from your customers, and then try to um, put it out there and let people know that these are some of the success stories and testimonials you are getting. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So, Manuel, I hope your question was answered, and then to your full satisfaction. Please, before we leave there, okay, you're giving us a thumbs up. Thank you. So we have a poll that we would love for you to respond to, so that we would know how to improve our services to you, or whatever we are doing here, how to make it better for you. I think that it's very important also, because you can suggest relevant topics that we may not have thought of yet, that you think can be relevant for the next session. You can also suggest that, and we can look into that, and then do an amazing session to help all of us. So please do well to fill the survey. And then also in the chat box, we have our WhatsApp, our socials, links here, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, YouTube. And so you can also follow us on that, so that anytime we have a program, you can have an update on this. And so this program is probably brought to you by American Corner, which is US Embassy Ghana, in partnership with Mobile Web Ghana. Okay. Yes. So we would come your way again in the next session. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.
Okay. Thank you too.